Alright, so welcome back to another Tuesday with Jared. Today we're going to go over the lunge. So we're going to do some movement prep to get ready for our lunge strengthening, and then we'll get into our deep fascial stretching. Alright, so you'll need 2 long sticks for today. Let's get right into it here. Feet shoulder width, knees are bent, pelvis is tucked. Sticks at 12 o'clock, hands are even to our shoulders. Pushing down 40% effort. Now let's go ahead and lift that left heel up as high as you can. Maintain that posterior tuck. And drive the heel down to the floor nice and slow. So shoulders are over the hips. We're not hinging forward here. See that a lot with the athletes especially. Keep those shoulders over the hips and lift. Into that big toe as high as you can. And then back down. Lift. And down. Lift, down, lift, abs stay tight, down, and lift, back down, lift, down, last one, lift, hold that heel up as high as you can, bring that hand to the hip. Now we're going to shift toward that pinky toe, shift toward the big toe, shift toward the pinky toe, shift toward the big toe. Remember, keep those 5 toes in the ground as we shift. Pinky toe, keep the femur still, big toe, pinky toe, big toe. And let's go 3 counterclockwise circles first. Go toward 9, 6, 3, up to 12. 2 more in that same direction. Make sure you're pushing down with the right hand as you produce force with your left foot. So nice and slow. Try to keep the forefoot on the ground as you make that circle with the ankle. After you do 3, let's bring it back to your 12 o'clock, and now other way, clockwise. 3, 6, 9, 12. So we'll get into our joint mobilizations like we normally do. We'll get into our full hip strengthening. We'll go into stick taps. We'll go into Captain Morgan's today. We'll go into the Vitruvian Man today. We'll get into half kneeling couch stretches today. And then we'll work on some reverse Nordics to get some knee flexion before we get into lunge, and then we'll get into lunge and we'll strengthen it, and then we'll get into the fascial stretching at the end. Okay, finish that 3rd rep, and then back to the floor, change hands. Knees bent, pelvis tucked, shoulders over hips. Right heel now, high as you can, and back down. Lift, and back down. Lift, back down. Lift, down. 2 more, lift, down. Last one, lift. Hold, bring the hand to the hip, shift toward the pinky toe, shift toward the big toe, toward the pinky toe, toward the big toe. 2 more times, toward the pinky toe, toward your big toe, toward your pinky toe, and toward the big toe. And that's with 3 clockwise circles, over to 3, down to 6, up to 9, and then over to 12. Okay, 2 more times. Nice and slow. Keep the 5 toes in the ground the entire time. Warm the ankle up, strengthen that tissue. Switch. And again, you're drawing that circle as big as you can, maintaining your 5 toes in the ground. Femur stay still. Finish your third. And bring the heel back to the floor. And let's go posterior anterior tilts. Inhale on the anterior tilt, exhale on the posterior tuck. Okay, shoulders stay really still. Inhale, anterior tilt. Exhale, posterior tuck. Inhale, anterior tilt. Exhale, posterior tuck. Long exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Anterior tilt. Posterior tuck. Inhale, anterior tilt. When you exhale, think corkscrew the elbows so biceps will face up to the ceiling. Work on some compression as you posterior tuck. So watch here, posterior tuck. Get the lats involved a little more, you'll feel more tension build through that core cylinder. Okay, so again, anterior tilt, posterior tuck. Nice strong pillar from the hips to the shoulders, everything in between. One more time, anterior tilt and posterior tuck. Feet a little wider, and let's go into our hip bumps. Bump to the left. Bump to the right. Pushing through the left foot to bump to the right. Bump to the left. Push through the right foot. Bump the hip to the left. Bump to the right. Bump to the left. Bump right. Bump to the left. Bump to the right. Change hands. Bump to the left. Bump to the right. Bump to the left. Bump to the right. Now let's go in our circles here. 12, 3, 6, and 9. Now 2 more times, it's nice and smooth here. Change hands, other direction. 9, 6, 3, 12, and 2 more times. We're going to spend a little bit of time on the arm line, but not too much today. Or let's go into the shoulder blades and go into our pendulums. Arms are fully extended, hands on the end. Let's go with the left rib cage first and up toward the right shoulder. Pushing in both sides, 40%. Bring it down back toward your left rib cage, mid-torso area. Up to the right shoulder blade. Retract right shoulder and down. Back up, and back down, change sides, up left shoulder, retract left shoulder blade, down to the right mid-torso, right rib cage, up, and down, up, down. One more time, up, back down, then just some quick dislocates. Pull apart in the hands, elbows stay straight, knees bent, pelvis tucked. Ooh, I did a push day the other day and my chest is sore. This feels good. Pull apart, push in when you see it. Good, 2 more. Make sure all 10 fingers are in contact with the stick as you go. Push in when you see it. Good, pull apart. Push in when you see it. Grab your second long stick. Now we're gonna go into our stick taps. Let's work 60% effort. Let's hold for 6 seconds on each one, okay? Feet 1 inch apart. Sticks are, I go even to the shoulders to start. Now if you have more range of motion in either external or internal rotation, you'll need to bring the sticks out a little bit wider apart. All right, but for now, starting with shoulder width, because the main focus here is having that foot make that connection so I can create that force to strengthen the hip, okay? Hands even the shoulders, grip 60%, driving the shoulders and the lats down. So driving the shoulders into the lats and get those lats really active here. Make sure the hands don't lose to the hips. What I mean by that is, as I push, my hands should not move from its original position, all right? So, right leg up above the grip at your low range, and now we'll externally rotate the hip to the stick and now push for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, knee in center, rotate. Now push, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center, lift to the mid-range, rotate and now push for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee in center, rotate, push for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one in range, and now push for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Internal rotation, push for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Spin that leg down. Switch legs now. Let's go to the left side. External rotation. The inside of the left foot should be on the stick, not the bottom of your foot. Okay, just the instep of your foot. Now push. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Internal. Push for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Lift to mid-range. Rotate. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End range. Rotate, push. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Internal. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it down. Now let's go into our Captain Morgans. Let's go single stick variation Captain Morgan first. Remember, Captain Morgan's working really on separating the hips and the shoulders. And a lot of times when we open the gate, we see those shoulders come along for the ride. So let's really quickly just get into what specifically we want those hips to do in the Captain Morgan. So feet together. If 12 o'clock is again directly in front of us, bring that stick over to 2. Get the hand, right hand, out in that direction. Place the left hand on the hip. That would be your feedback, okay? 60% drive the arm down. Lift 90 degrees. And now from here, hold on to the left hip, and then bring that leg to 2 o'clock. And now push back. You should feel your right arm reflexively push. Hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease off, lower the leg. If that felt easy to get there without rotating, bring it back a little bit. So initiate where you want the stick over here, and then place the stick at 12 o'clock. And again, lift just 90 degrees, push down, open up. And I want that knee over the ankle. A lot of times we get here and they're losing a lot of that external rotation. Get that knee over the ankle, shoulders are forward, and they're really working that functional line, that anterior oblique sling. Okay? All right, so now let's grab the other stick. 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or as far as you just were when you opened the hip with the single stick variation. And now close the gate, the knee is in line to the hip, pushing into the 12 o'clock stick. 60% hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now open the gate without opening the hip. Good. Push back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the gate. Lift. Push. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open. Push for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. End range. Base leg straight. Don't bend. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close that gate first, then lower the leg. Back to one stick. Now we'll see. You almost use this as kind of an assessment to where they'll put their two stick variation, right? So a lot of times they'll just get right into it and assume, like, yeah, I can reach that, and then they'll compensate a lot. So get them in the single stick variation first, get the hand to the hip, see where they are. Start real close. If it's easy, have them just increase that range of motion. Okay, so in a class setting, if you want to really control and be able to monitor everybody in class, this is a great way to do it, okay? So, if 12 is in front of us, let's all start at 10. I feel like normally a big percentage of the population should be able to reach at 10 or 2. Obviously, depending on certain things, structural issues, previous injuries, that might change, but in the most part, I feel like 10 and 2 is a really good place to start. Hand to the hip, arms extended at that 10 o'clock position. Lift, open. Hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the gate, bring it back. You can have them start bringing it back a little bit at a time. Don't have to go right to 9 o'clock, okay? There are little second markers in between each number on the clock, okay? Think of that as your increase in range of motion, right? You don't have to go right from 10 to 9, right? There are 10 little seconds in between each number on the clock, right? So think of that when you tell them to increase the range of motion. Open up. Push for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What you'll see a lot also in this is tibial rotation, where my foot, because they want to open that hip, they're going to use their foot to get to that range of motion, right? So they're here, oh, I'm really far. No, you're not that far. You're thinking about opening that abduction with tibial rotation because your foot's pointing further out. Make sure they have the knee and the foot in the same direction. Very similar to a squat, right? In a squat, you want to have those knees track those toes. It's the same thing when we're doing Captain Morgan's, right? So now let's grab that second stick and let's get into our two stick variation, right? And this should have enough body awareness to know where that stick was where it was just placed. Low range, and now push for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the gate, knee and foot are in line, not here. Knee and foot in line, think about your squat mechanics. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the gate. Bring it up to your mid-range. Push for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open. Push back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. End range. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the gate and then lower down nice and slow. All right. Let's bring it now down to the floor into our hip flexion work. One stick. We're gonna go with the back foot flat only because I want to get into more of that superficial front line on the stretch, okay? Stick gonna be even to the big toe, hands even to your shoulders or your sternum. Make sure your foot is in line. Give me that posterior tuck so the hips are stacked underneath the shoulders. I want to push down, hold 50%. Squeeze that right glute. Now we're gonna rock forward and back 5 times. Maintain posterior tuck. I want you to shift forward, get to where you feel the end range of a stretch, and then shift back. 5, so that's 1, going forward. 2, 3, maintain posterior tuck. 4, on the last one, get to the end range and hold. 5, good. Take 3 deep breaths in here. On the third one, try and sit a little bit deeper. And now hold. Three more deep breaths. And ease off. Switch. Change hands also. Posterior tuck, knee underneath the hip. Sticks even to the big toe. Push into the floor, posterior tuck. Ribs and the hips are connected. Hold the stretch for 50%, 10-second hold. Drive that back foot into the ground. Squeeze the glute, posterior tuck. Good, now let's go 5 reps. Bring it forward and back. Maintain posterior tuck the entire way. Forward, to the end range, and back. Always pushing the back foot into the floor. Bring it forward for 3. Bring it forward for 4. On the 5th one, get to the end range and hold. 3 deep breaths in. Long exhale. One more, on the last one, let's get a little bit deeper. And now hold for 3 deep breaths again. Squeeze that glute, push foot into the floor. Get those abs braced, ribs and the hips connected. Good, ease off. Excellent. So I'm going to use this plyo box here to anchor this stick down. You guys can use a wall, whatever you have available, okay? But I'm going to use this plyo box I do have a plate behind this to anchor it down a little bit more. So if you're using plow box, don't think it'll support you without any support behind it. Okay, I do have a 45-pound plate behind this. Okay, so bring the stick right on the left shoulder to start. Make sure the stick is in between the feet. Okay, I'm going to push into the floor in the base of the box or wall. Push the backs of the feet into the ground, squeeze the glutes. I'm just do 5 reps here. Head back. And at some point, I'll just need to just slide down. And now I'm going to hold for 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it back up. I actually hit the box with my head, so I have to go a little bit forward more. So again, squeeze glutes, push feet to the floor, looking back. Three, 2, 1. Change sides. We'll do 4, so we're even on both sides, 2 and 2. Okay, again. And back up, nice and slow. Okay, last one. Beautiful. We're gonna need 2 sticks. Now we're going to get into some lunges. I'm going to use a mat. My turf here is very stiff, very firm. So, in that lunge, I want to see, show it this way. In that lunge, I want to see the ankle underneath that knee, the knee underneath the hip, that foot in line to the knee. We're going active on that back foot, trying to get into that big toe extension. Sticks even to the midfoot, even the shoulder width. Posterior tuck. I want you to grip the sticks at 70%. I want you to flex the arms at 70%. I want you to irradiate that tension from the grip through the arm line, through the shoulders, down through your trunk, and then into both feet. Your hips compress the ground. So front leg drives back. Back leg drives forward, okay? Hold that 70% effort. We're gonna hold that for 6 more seconds, then we're gonna lift. Okay, hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push through the feet. Lift the knee 1 inch. Now hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and ease off. Change legs. Ankle under knee, knee under hip, foot in line to knee on the backside. Okay. Grip 70%. Ribs and the hips are connected, so building tension through that pillar. 70%, get there, now hold it for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now lift through the feet, hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Change legs. Gonna incorporate some lift offs here, work on some oblique slings. We're going to lift for 3 seconds each. Bring your effort to 80%. Grip, drive into the floor, ribs and the hips connected, compress the ground. Hold your 80% first for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift that back knee, lift the left stick. 3, 2, 1. Left stick down. Lift the right stick. 3, 2, 1. Down. Lift both sticks. Keep tension. 3, 2, 1. Both sticks down. Ease off. Switch. %. Find your perfect setup here with the ankle under knee, knee under hip. And as you do this, we'll go over a deloaded version of lunge so you can get your clientele that can't do lunges to do lunges, okay? Here we go, 80%, grip, push down. Squeeze the glute, posterior tuck, compress the ground, 80%. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Now lift. Lift the left hand for 3, 2, 1. Bring it down with the right hand. 3, 2, 1. Down. Lift both sticks. 3, 2, 1. Ease off and lower down. So again, there is going to be a population due to what somebody told them that they can't do, and basically put now parameters in their movement, okay? They walk, they can lunge. It's just now trying to find the proper lunge for that person, okay? Stagnant feet. And I'm doing this by bringing them to a half kneeling stance first. Get them to find the bottom of their lunge. And again, we use the sticks as a mechanical lever. So that's what's going to be here, is that mechanical lever. Have them reach up. And now from here, they'll grip. And I want them to pull into the sticks. So now they found their good foot position to get in the bottom of their lunge. Now they'll pull and almost hang on the sticks, allow them to sit deeper into that lunge and back up. So they can go down as far as they feel comfortable with, and as soon as they feel unstable, they can come back up. And then you can use the hands on the way down and on the way up, right? Let's get into a quick lateral bow and arrow. I love ending with that. We're all done for today. Feet hip width. Stick goes to your midfoot. Let's go left side first. Thumb down, bottom hand, or thumb up, bottom hand, thumb down, top hand. Hip to the side first, and now extend the arms. Change sides. Midfoot, 6 inches. Thumb up in the bottom hand, thumb down, top hand. Hip to the side, and now extend. Good. Ease off. And that is it for today's class. Again, go to YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube page, go to the website, check out the videos there as well. Go to my Instagram, Jared_DYEM, for more content on the sticks and what I do in my everyday. Thanks, guys. Peace.